Hey guys, what's up? Scotch Duck here once again. Okay, E3 is over. I guess this is my video on it. I'm just going to talk about all the shit that was interesting to me. You know, I'm not going to go through every little detail. That can't be fucked. So, and I'm drinking beer now. It's been a long week, so yeah, this is my reward. And I can't even be arsed to edit out the sips. Okay, so, where to fucking begin? Okay, here's where I'll begin, right? I'll talk about, since I can't do a video without linking to these bastards, let's talk about Sega's E3 presence. I know they didn't have a press conference, but you guys know what I'm like with them, so I just want to talk about the stuff that they showed off. And honestly, they had a fairly good show. You know, I'm honestly very happy with their lineup from now till the end of the year. You know, if you're not counting June, they actually have a pretty big release for every month this year. You know, I don't think they have anything for December. Assuming that Team Sonic Racing comes out in November, might get delayed to the to December. I don't know. But in July, they've got Sonic Mania Plus and Shining Force Resonance. In August, there's Yakuza Kiwami 2. In September, actually, I don't think Valkyria Chronicles 4 has been confirmed for September yet. I think it will, which is the same month as Dragon Quest 11. Oh dear. Then in October, there's Fist of the North Star, which I was very happy to see. You know, I was kind of like thinking, are we going to get this? Like, I know nothing about Fist of the North Star. I'm only interested in it because it's sort of like a crossover between Fist of the North Star and Yakuza. You know, I just want to play it because it'll be a bit like Yakuza. That really is it. And it's coming. And it looks really good. I'm very excited about that. And yeah, they announced some other stuff like the Persona dancing games. They were really... This was kind of like the first E3 where... Because I think the hashtag they were throwing about was Sega Atlas E3. So this was the first time where you're like, okay, these two companies, okay, they're together now, right? You want to, like, when you think of one, you want to think of the other. You know, like, the relationship, it's just been getting closer and closer as the years go by, you know? And I'm still waiting on that, like, that moment where we're going to see this, revived old Sega IP that's developed by Atlas. You know, I really want Atlas to make like a sequel to Panzer Dragoon Saga. I think that would be so good, but whatever. Yeah, Sega, they did good. They were selling a Sonic toaster for some reason. I don't know why, but fair enough. And yeah, a lot of the games that they showed was very interesting. Quite hyped for Team Sonic Racing. I have like a decent amount to say about it, I suppose, but I'll not bother doing it here. I might make a video about it eventually, but I'll just leave that how it is. So, yeah, EA. I didn't watch EA, and by the way, I'm really like bad at judging a press conference because I will always find that I'll watch a press conference, and depending on my expectations going in, I'll think it was either like quite bad or quite good. Like, okay, example, right? See Square Enix's conference that they had this year. I thought that was fine. I thought that was like, you know, Square Enix, they're like, hey, we've got games coming out. We're not going to bother renting the stage out. Here's a video of all of our games coming out. And Dragon Quest 11 is in there, so Scottish Duck's going to be happy. So, yeah, we'll just leave this here. And that's fine. I thought that was completely fine. And the amount of games that they showed, a lot of them were quite, like, I'm looking forward to them, you know? But everybody fucking hates it. And, like, even more controversial probably last year, Nintendo's E3, I thought that was a bit lacking, but everybody fucking loves it. It's, yeah, I have weird opinions, I guess, but thankfully not when it comes to EA because everybody fucking hated it. It's one of those, like, I mean, it shouldn't be like, you know, celebrated when a game company does poorly, but EA has just become such the biggest fucking punching bag of the industry for a good, like, 6 months or something now. They've just been taking blow after blow, seemingly to no effect. They're still making all these games. They're still probably making shit tons of money. It's like, they're it's hopeless. You know, it doesn't matter how much hate they're like, what are they like? They're like fucking weeds in your garden. You know, they'll not die. Okay, but yeah, they showed fuck all. Unravel 2 looks quite cool, I guess. Battlefield 5 actually looks quite cool, but will I play that? I've never played any Battlefield game. I think I played Bad Company 1 years ago, which I quite enjoyed, but you know, they're going so hard on the multiplayer. They said they're not going to be any loot boxes or season pass or whatever. There's going to be something else. In fact, I think there already is. These like airlift things, or I don't fucking know. EA was wank. Fuck them. Right, so I guess Square Enix was next, and I already kind of talked about that. I was fine with it for the most part. I've not got anything in front of me. This is pure from the heart. I guess there was like a PC gaming show, which, oh, I forgot to mention. They did announce Valkyria Chronicles 4, Yakuza 0, and Yakuza Kiwami for Steam. That's amazing. That's really, really good. Especially with, like, Valkyria Chronicles 4, considering the only reason that game got made was because when they actually released Valkyria Chronicles 1 on Steam, it became a really, really big seller, and that's the only reason the series got, like, another boost, so to speak. So, yeah, putting that game on Steam, I'm surprised they didn't announce it sooner, honestly. So, that's good. That's really, really good. And, of course, the Yakuza games on Steam is pretty awesome too. I'm waiting for like Yakuza 6 and I guess Kiwami 2. They'll probably like drip feed the games to us really, but it'll be awesome regardless. But yeah, I didn't really watch a single other thing about the YouTube gaming show. Bethesda, I have a hard time caring about the stuff Bethesda does. I don't like their style of RPG that they do, you know, like Elder Scrolls and Fallout. I don't know why, it's just one of those things that doesn't get me. So, I mean, obviously they had other stuff, you know, they had Rage 2, they had, oh actually, the new Doom, I've not even seen it, but I'll play it. I really liked that first Doom that came out, you know, and whatnot, but yeah, Bethesda, I'm pretty much just, pass, honestly. I mean, I'm sure they did a good job, but I just can't, sorry. But let's go on to the big three, shall we? Microsoft. Oh, fuck. Microsoft. I cannot remember the last time I said this, but Microsoft won E3. Okay, I don't think Microsoft has won E3 since, like, at the very least since the Kinect came out. Like, what was that conference that was just, like, so awful? I think it was the 2010 E3 conference where it was nothing but Kinect. And I distinctly remember being like, yep, they're all Kinect now. But then I remember it was, like, the next year, which I guess was 2011, going into the Microsoft conference. This was during the Don Matrick days. Is it Don Matrick? I think it is, but... and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is where they'll show actual games. But no, it was just all Kinect again. It was like, oh, fuck. Obviously, those days are long gone. They didn't say... When was the last time Microsoft actually said the word Kinect? And thank fuck, because, oh my god, you know, it's funny, right? It was actually kind of like any other Microsoft conference. You had, like, either a Halo, a Forza, or a Gears. Those are really the three mainstays of Microsoft. And all three of them were there. Cool. Gears 5 in particular. Ooh, that looks really cool. So does Forza, actually. I've not played any Forza games since I think, like, Forza 3, which I thought was pretty good. You know, I liked it for what it was. But, yeah, that looked really good, the Forza 4 stuff. I was surprised. But they just showed game after game after game after game. You know, it's like... It was honestly like watching, like, a really long film where you're like, is it going to end now? Is it going to end now? Like, it sounds bad to say it like that, but that's really what it was, because just when you thought it was going to end, they just showed another fucking trailer. It was nothing but trailers too. There was very little talking, okay? It was nothing but a shitload of trailers and stuff that we'd never seen before. It was exciting. It was cool. It was... Microsoft, holy shit. And it's funny because, again, there wasn't too... I couldn't even tell you what games were exclusive outside of, like, you know, the Halo Forza Gears. Like, there's that game by From Software. Is that multiplat? I don't fucking know. But this is one of those instances where I'm just like, yeah, Microsoft, you might not have the most exclusive content, but you got good content regardless, you know? And like, one of the things that like kind of stuck out to me the most, actually, was when they were talking about all the new studios they acquired, including Ninja Theory, which was... That and Compulsion Games were the only ones I recognized, to be fair. Because, like, I think they acquired, like, the studio that makes the Forza games, but that's literally... Haven't they literally been making Microsoft exclusive games all this time? I don't know. But, it sends a really good message, because they also pointed out that they were working on the next Xbox. Acquiring all these studios, it's just like, the Xbox is so behind with the PS4. Well, not so behind, but... behind enough, but they're just like, no, we're still in this, we're still going with it. It's enough to make me forget all the shit you did at the beginning of this generation, Microsoft. Actually, no, it isn't. You really did do some horrible shit at the beginning of this generation. You know, I really want to give you this one. You did a good E3 conference. I still don't really want to buy your console, though, but I'm going to give credit where credit is due. You did good. You did really good. Sony. Now, Sony I didn't actually watch because Sony always airs in the fucking middle of the night. It was like 2:30 to like 4 in the morning, and I was like, nah, sod it. But from the sounds of it, I didn't really miss much. They focused on like 4 exclusives, at least that's what they said like beforehand. Spider-Man, I'm interested. Ghost of... it's the fucking Sucker Punch game. I'll never remember the name, but interesting, definitely. Death Stranding, that's still really, really weird. I think it's become a joke at this point, how little information they seemingly give us for how much it's actually talked about. And then there was like Last of Us 2, did not like Last of Us 1, don't care, sorry. I guess the other like big show stealer was the Resident Evil 2 remake. I thought that was like vaporware for the longest time, but no, it's still there and it looks amazing. Like, you just see all these like really detailed shots of all these like moments from the original game, which you do recognize, you know. It's just like, this was a fucking PS1 game. It's done in like the best graphics you get at this point, and you're like, oh yeah, that's from the PS1, even though it looks fucking nothing like it. That was cool. That was really, really, really cool. But apparently they had like all these other games there too, but they didn't even talk about them during their conference. Like Dreams by Media Molecule, that's still a thing. That was at E3, but they didn't talk about it. At least that's what I heard. I've not actually seen it myself, but I heard someone else moan about it, so I'm gonna say it without doing any proper research. That's what YouTubers do. But yeah, fucking Sony... Pretty disappointing, honestly. Pretty disappointing. And then there was like the whole pacing issues they were talking about, like having people move between the different studios. You know, that was really weird. But you know, whatever. I guess it wasn't like the worst thing ever. At least there is still enough reason to own a PS4. You know, well, definitely for me, I've got hundreds of shit coming out that I'm gonna buy. But yeah, it's not exactly like mega disappointing, but considering how much Microsoft brung, probably did feel lacking. But then there was Nintendo. Oh fuck. Alright, how do I put this? Okay. See, the thing is, right, that Direct as a whole was really disappointing, okay? Especially if you don't care about Smash. But if you do care about Smash, I'm pointing at myself, then Nintendo won E3, basically. Guys, that new Smash Bros. I already did the video, didn't I? That new Smash Brothers, holy shit. Okay, I'll not talk about it. I'll not talk about Smash Brothers, because I'm actually thinking about making another video talking about other stuff that I didn't say in my first one. That's how excited I am for it. So let's focus on everything that Nintendo talked about that wasn't Smash. This shouldn't take long. Okay, so there was this like mech game at the beginning, which I guess is like a Switch exclusive. Is it like a new IP or something? I really don't know. They showed off the downloadable content that's coming out for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I've yet to actually talk about this, but I ended up really being disappointed by Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Like, for my own silly reasons, granted, but yeah, I was just like, I don't know, maybe I should make a video about that at some point. No, massive fucking Xenoblade fan me, and Xenoblade Chronicles X for that matter, but two really took things south for me, so I don't care about that. The new Fire Emblem game, I actually think I'm kind of done with Fire Emblem. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't like the change in art style that they've been going through in the past few years. You know, it kind of started with Awakening for the 3DS. By the way, Awakening is like in the top 5 3DS games as far as I'm concerned. It really is. It was, you know, the arts, they kind of like changed a lot of things in Fire Emblem Awakening. Made things a bit more, I guess, prim, a bit too anime for my liking, and that was definitely reflected in Fire Emblem Fates. We had that like remake on the 3DS the other year there, Shadows of Valentia, I think it was. That also felt like a bit too anime for me. But I was watching this, and like there's a shot, right, of one of the protagonists, I guess, running around a city, and he's got like a big trench coat over his shoulders, but his arms aren't in the sleeves. And I just looked at that, and I like, that is some of the most generic anime shit, is just the guy with the fucking jacket over his shoulders. He doesn't bother to put it on. It's like, I don't need fucking sleeves, okay? That's not anime enough. No, fuck that. And yeah, it's I know it's weird to harp on this. I know a lot of people are going to be super excited for Fire Emblem, and I don't want to take away too much of your thunder, but in the way my, like, stupid, cynical mind works, I just saw that, and that's all I could think about. Sorry. Mario Party, that was a thing. I guess it's better now. I don't play any Mario Parties, I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Again, there really wasn't a lot. A lot of it was all Smash, but I really can't remember anything else that Nintendo talked about. There was a lot of absences. Boy, was there a lot of absences. You know, Metroid, Yoshi. A lot of people bringing up Animal Crossing. Did they say they were making an Animal Crossing? Because a lot of people were talking about how they want an Animal Crossing. I mean, I don't play Animal Crossing, but I would love to try a new one, because I guess I'm ready to play a game like that, especially on the Switch, where it would just like be the best place for it. Absolutely. But yeah, a lot of people talking about that, and nothing really there. But I don't know. I guess, I mean, my order for the big three is Microsoft at the top for sure, and you know, you could definitely make the argument that Sony was better than Nintendo, but for me personally, I definitely have to put Nintendo in second place, because again, Smash. Technically, Nintendo was first. That's how much I love Smash, okay? But I'm trying to be fair. I'll put Nintendo in second place because their Smash showcase was outstanding, okay? And Sony is like in third place, which is weird to say. That's like, it's normally the reverse order almost, that when it comes to E3. But no, Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony. That's my order. That's what I'm sticking with. But yeah, overall E3 was good. You know, it was fun. You know, it's practically. It's like Christmas at this point in my life. It really is. So yeah, that's that. I hope you enjoyed it. Probably not, but that's what you're getting. So yeah, see you after. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.